Well, I started the video, but unfortunately, had some technical issues. But this is another story here. Going back, this is an epic story. So I just have to, it was an epic bite. The story I probably can't, I can't give it justice, but I'm gonna try my best. And it was June, I believe it was 19th, 2022, Father's Day. I had my Taiwanese guys, my younger guys. I call them the juniors and the seniors. These were the younger guys. Group bunch of group regulars. Became good friends with them, many of these guys, and it was always a pleasure to fish with these guys. And this day, I happened to be fortunate to put them on some fish on this epic bite I mean, I'm gonna go into it. So, this morning, we left at 3 o'clock in the morning. We didn't leave, any earlier. 3 o'clock. I wanted to get to China Bay um, early that morning, and unfortunately, the weather was up, so we had to go on around Anacapa. Anybody knows over here, and Channel Islands, when that weather gets bad, you got to go around the light. So, you go to head towards the rig, then you point it towards the point, the east end Kappa. Well, that was our trek there, and so I go around the backside Anacapa, then I head to Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, go up the front, and I'm trying to get, excuse me, China Bay. China Bay. We're seeing. They were catching some fish here and there, So, but um, this day was like, gonna hit from hitting Seal Rock to Coachy Point and coming around that corner. I was in 15 fathoms, and as soon as I hit this corner and I start coming, and I'm like, oh, I'm metering all this bait, this squid, and there's croaker in this stuff. I'm just like, it's not schooled up, one big old massive school, but it's twos and threes, and I'm just metering all these fish in it. It's just, I mean, it was there was a lot of fish. So anyhow, I turned the boat from Kochi, and then we start drifting like towards the south, kind of deal towards like the slide. We start drifting, and the guys get there's only everyone's sleeping besides three of my passengers. One's not rigged up, two are rigged up, and but we were ready. It was just like hit this corner and see this stuff, and I'm like, turn it, drop. Well, two of my guys get bit because the one's still rigging his line up real quick, and so they're pulling on these fish, and we don't set the alarm off yet for the guys downstairs. Run down there, and as soon as I get down there, this guy's he's got a big old backlash. So I'm right there trying to get this fish out. It's just shaking his head. I know it's a sea bass, shaking his head. I'm trying to get this backlash off, but the pressure with that fish running, he had it so tight on that backlash that I couldn't get no loose line or leverage to pull the where the problem was at in the backlash. So anyhow, this fish just shakes its head, and if you know better, these fish got soft mouths. They either their teeth, depending on if they inhale it, they'll shake their head and they'll cut your hook off, or or they'll shake the hook. And this incident shook the hook, and the other guy was on. So the other guy pulls his fish up. This other guy, he goes back to bait his stuff up, and he gets us up right after, and it's a shark. And I'm like, no, well, no way, this is not shark. No, I was putting on this fish. This is a croaker. So what he does, guy drops back down. This is a shark. Breaks down. The other guy gets down, rigs up, and launches down, and they get bit. Again, it's just we're bit. Another guy goes, gets bitten, and sure enough, it's croaker. There's sea bass are coming up. I just yell downstairs, "Get up, guys! Get up! We're bit!" And I had Brian on deck, and it was his first big sea bass bite. So I gotta maintain composure, and I gotta direct the deck just like I always do. I mean, I always direct the deck regardless when I shoot down. But I try to do it in the right fashion so that I work together with my crew members and my people. Um, So guys get up, and I mean, we're on it, and they start little by little getting their lines down because they're not rigged up. Some are not. Uh, and it's just we're full bent. Like everyone's on. We had two women on boat for sure. I mean, it was like it was funny. So I run upstairs and I I do my job. I'm like, I'm bit. Get in here right now. I'm freaking bit. And probably about 20 minutes later, they show up. They show up. And Yeah, it was because I remember this. I mean, I have Big Jimbo was on the other boat, and Jan was on the other boat. There's a couple of people I knew. I used to know a lot of passengers, so you know, they actually set up heat meter fish and set up like more kind of where I started, but I started drifting in, and these fish were scattered all over this bay. I mean, we were bit this whole time. This whole time we were bit, and then they started getting bit, and it's pretty funny because our boats like he was off my bow, and the boat's just little by little as we were all pulling on these fish this whole time, like they're bit completely bit too. um they like our my bow, his let me see, were we bow to bow? I think at one time we were bow to bow, but our stern was our bow was pointed at their stern at one time, and their fish got caught up with ours, and we were handing off their rods or our rods to them and theirs to us, and getting people out of this big old mess. It was like it was funny, like we're talking to their passengers. I mean, it was like we had to push at one time push our boats off, with our hands, and we're just like, well, just keep. I mean, it's gonna do no harm. We're just all bit. This is just, I mean, how it's set up. They drifted towards us, and we couldn't stop it because it was just we were all full bent, and this 3 fish limits already, so we're just wailing on their wailing on them. We actually we had our boat limit, and we were drifting in close already, and I decided I'm gonna fish for the for we have the people limit, and I'm gonna fish for a crew limit. So I went up, set up again, and we ended up getting our crew limit, and I did this day was just an epic one that I mean, like you wake up. If you're a passenger, you're thinking about, like, just think about waking up, we're bed, and you just come in and it's just full on chaos for a full hour. And by the time, so I got there around 7 o'clock. We were done by 8:30, probably sooner. And I talked to the guys, and it's Happy Father's Day, and hey guys, we have a lot of fish on the boat. I mean, we can go for other fish. But I mean, we got 3 fish limits around. I mean, my cooler can't maintain to keep your fish. Uh, they won't be able to maintain to keep them on ice because I mean, there's so much fish. There's so much fish that we gotta get them processed and back in, and we could take our time in because it'll take us about 2-3 hours. So that's what we did. We headed in, went slow, stopped near we stopped near Algae, got our food, ate some food, finished, started, cutting again, and 9. We had 33 sea bass that day. 27. We needed 27. We had 9 people, but me and Brian had our limit as well. Epic day. Great, great. I mean, like, I don't know how many fish we lost, but I know Matt, one of my guys, Matt, I was on, and he was throwing the Mag 12 baits. He was getting bit. I'm like, so I don't want to fish bait anymore. I want to try something else. Next, he threw that out and he got bit. It was stupid. It was stupid, but it was epic. And I mean, I think any boat would have been there would have got bit. These local islands don't get bit like Rosa. They don't get bit like Rosa. These fish are different animals, and there's more people on them, more pressure. And when you find them like this, scattered the way I did, I think that's the only time I ever found them like this. I mean, there was so much fish. It was just it was stupid. And like I said, outer islands, I've been there and I fished it, and that animal's different. A lot of times you could just anchor up, and you're sitting on these squid beds, and there's so much fish there. It's crazy. Oh man, I've limited out right there, metering them the same way. I've actually did that one with KJ Mag 12 baits when we each out of the boat, and I went out there meters. I didn't meter school. I metered them all eating bait, and got down the same way. And we were getting bit, and I threw the anchor down. And I could have threw the anchor down, at that time, but at this moment, we were fishing the bay. It was just like, I've done it plenty of times to throw the anchor down and get bit, but it was no need. It was, we were by ourselves until, I called the other boat. And, they were, like I said, 20, 30 minutes behind us at that point. And fortunate that they got fish. And, I talked to some of their passengers and, thanked us. And it was a great day for people. And, and, you know, I always like to talk shit about these guys because, these guys, even though they're pricks, I mean, I love to fish. I mean, and at least these people that I knew that fished my boat were on there, and I got to do them some justice, and and I think that will go his first limit too. A lot of these guys just don't recognize or don't like to recognize what you do for them, and and I had to deal with a lot because of it. So I was dealing with a lot of it, because of it, and it is what it is. But great bite, you guys did a great job. The women killed it, and the guys killed it. So I'll drop this picture, but it was epic bite, epic day. Three fish around. That was the first three fish limit of that year. Um, and I got it first. They called them and they got theirs, but I mean, I I got that first three fish limit locally right there, and I got the first three fish locally 2021. So I mean, miss those days, but this was Charlie Chan's group, Pan and Fang. Matt was on the boat, and they're friends and ladies. So they took care of us, and we took care of them, and I miss these guys.